tonight. America, take your seats for the final auditions of the world's biggest talent show. We've saved the best till last. You guys ready to get it going? Make some noise, y'all.
Who are you? We are the ManiAAC. What are the ManiAACs? The ManiAACs are a group of guys from all walks of life that come together in the name of dance.
To the floor, to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up. Break you in and break you out. In the end, we gon' make a child. Then we gon' hit the shower. Part 2, we don't need no pause. You with Misty, we gon' get tipsy. Don't need a power shot.
Oh my goodness. The start of the ManiAACs. We were playing the Sonics, and there was just one guy who had to be 6'7" and weigh about 400 pounds. He was big. Every time he stood up, he didn't have to do anything, but every time he stood up in the crowd and did a little dance, the place would go nuts. And I'm like, you know, I bet I can make that work in Dallas.
The ad was, we're looking for beefy guys that think they're the life of the party, and 40 guys showed up. Out of the 40, they got down to 13. Average weight, 300. Everybody, I think, was over 6 feet, even though we had a couple of guys that were under 300. That was it. It's like, we're gonna go, we're gonna rehearse, you're gonna win tickets, you're gonna go and perform this game, and then you go on with your life. We do the rehearsals, everything is like, it's so like, it's hard to describe. Like, it was anything goes. It was a different time in life as well. It's like, we were gonna just be known as these cheeseburger eating, you know, beer guzzling guys. And there were guys drinking beer at practice. Like, it was just that weird and crazy because nobody really knew. It's like, man, what is this?
Yes. You know, when they first came out, I didn't know what to expect. Shella had choreographed everything. And I didn't know what the crowd how they would react.
I remember spinning these umbrellas, and we were gonna open them right when the song says, "It's raining men." We opened the umbrellas, and when we bust out the bellies, man, the crowd went crazy. The joy, we're all just looking at each other, we're hugging one another, and it's like, what did we just do? I don't know, man, but was that fun or what? It was fun. It was fun. It was fun. And we got an email, hey guys, would you want to do that again? Like, you guys are talked about almost as much as the team. And it's like, you gonna give us more tickets? Heck yeah, we'll do it.
I think it was the anticipation of people asking me about the ManiAACs. That's when I knew we had a hit.
ManiAACs need new ManiAACs, so they're holding auditions ahead of the new season. Brian Glenn is live this morning to show us what it takes. Brian, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. If you've ever wanted to get on the big stage and perform in front of thousands of fans there at the American Airlines Center with the world-famous ManiAACs, well, guess what? Your opportunity is just around the corner at Elevation Fitness here in downtown Dallas. We're getting our dance on with Big Rob.
My first exposure of the ManiAACs is I was actually watching TV at home with my 2-year-old son on my lap, slapping pudding on my face, and I saw the big guys on TV.
16th, registration starts at 9, the audition starts at 10.
And I was like, oh my God, I could do that.
Heard about auditions, and my wife at the time was like, hey, you should go do this. I put it out on my Facebook, hey, who thinks I need to go audition for the ManiAACs?
Here at 5:25 in the morning. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thank you very much, Brian. Once again.
So I was at a nightclub, and I was dancing. I had this big circle around me, and then this girl approached me, and she just so happened to be a Mavs dancer at the time. And she was like, you know, you can really dance. Like, have you thought about being a Mavs Maniac?
Warm round of applause for the Dallas Mavs ManiAAC!
So I showed up at the audition. They had a panel of judges. I think Mark Aguirre, Derek Harper. There was a couple of ex-Mavs players that were there that was on a panel of judges. And I was like, oh, to walk in and learn choreography and then try to get picked on the team that does this on a daily basis on the court. yeah, I'm ready for this.
So they bring the judges in, and I kill it. And I hit that split, and I just saw the judges was like, oh, I think I tore my hamstring.
Found the perfect niche as ManiAACs. The ladies love us, the men want to be us, and the kids enjoy everything we do. They want to learn all the moves. It's just the perfect niche. We got the perfect job. It's the best job in sports. And we got big pretty fast, because I would say by 05, like the NBA was really into us. We're really like a professional dance team.
We traveled to the first International NBA All-Star Game in Toronto, Canada.
We've shared stages with George Clinton. Parliament Funkadelic came and played a halftime show, and we danced with him.
Opened up for Cedric the Entertainer,
Dougie Fresh,
Destiny's Child,
Little Cupid and the Cupid Shuffle,
Usher,
Naughty by Nature,
Shakira, Alicia Keys, Fergie, Queen Latifah.
And we've opened the House of Blues with the Blues Brothers themselves.
Kevin Hart, one of the bigger ones, man. But America's Got Talent was phenomenal. Went and auditioned in Dallas, made it to the Vegas round, I don't know how, made it all the way to the Hollywood rounds in the top 48. They had over 70,000 acts that year. Somehow we made it to the top 48 and the live shows in LA, and were able to be seen by 12 million people. This little group being seen by 12 million people one of the highlights of our lives.
Welcome to the big show.
You know, at the end of the day, we are Mavs fans, but we also love the NBA. We also love sports in general. We represent the fan. That's what it was all about when we were created.
This is not a job. I'm a super fan. I feel like I'm part of the team.
We love to entertain, and we just want to be there to help the Mavs win a championship.
Yeah. This is my room. Okay. This is my bathroom, and then my all my jerseys. I have boxes upon boxes of just jerseys that I've collected over the years.
You know, I really didn't know a whole much about the ManiAACs. I just knew that they, were at the games, and people would tell me, "Hey, man, you look like a ManiAAC." I spent a lot of money on this. It's just I've always done that since I was a kid. I've always spent a lot of money on jerseys, especially Mavs jerseys. But just got the ball rolling, and I'm a big Mavs fan already. So I was already going to the games. It's only natural for me to come and do this and be with like-minded individuals like me.
The city editions, the gold ones, man. I think these are the best looking jerseys. I'm a big fan of gold.
I remember going, I was 4 or 5 years old, Reunion Arena days. And it was days you could get, lower bowl tickets for like $10. My family moved over to Fort Worth side, but we still came over to Mavs games a few times a year. I got to see the beginning of Dirk's career. I was at his very first game that he played, and I've got to see so many incredible athletes, basketball players just come in through the American Airlines Center on different teams, getting to watch legends play the game has been, amazing.
We bring the brightness to everything that comes into this American Airlines Center. We bring the joy.
I do this because I love entertaining the fans. I love the Dallas Mavericks. I love being around my brothers. I love basketball. I love the Dallas Mavericks. I love to dance. It brings together everything that I love. To think about not doing it is just, I can't even think about that.
So when you come out and you put this ManiAAC shirt on, you're signing autographs, you're putting smiles on faces, you're putting beads on kids' necks. Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
We are out and about all the time. It's not just in the stands. It's not just at games. We go to schools and do pep rallies. We go to businesses because it's the boss's birthday and he's a Mavs fan. Come distract us for an hour. We do bar mitzvahs. We do weddings. We've been groomsmen in a wedding. We've been all over the Metroplex, all over the state, really.
Community is a huge part of what we do, and it's one of the main things that drive me as well. I recognize how important it is to create smiles out here, and knowing that we can make people feel better. Something as simple as a poster can make people, just feel so much better. And moments like that are really what let me know we're doing the right thing, and we're going to do that forever. Community is everything for us.
Can we turn some lights on? Can we get some lights?
I'm allowed to give you a quick hug.
Me too. I don't want to be left out.
I have to get over here to see you. The whole team signed this one, so I'm excited. And you've been so sweet to us. Yes. So I'm gonna write you a little note to let you know how we feel about you, and that it's
only nice words, right?
and that, absolutely, and that is a must. Being a ManiAAC is definitely more than just showing up at the games and cheering. It's about understanding that people are in need out there, and we have a very, very special job as being ambassadors of the Mavs to get out in the community. The same community we live in, we want to get out and spread joy in it, and we can clearly see where us being in the community is needed. We spread smiles everywhere we go, and we'll do it 500 times a year if we can.
When you're giving something back, you feel that on the inside. It's just like the Holy Ghost or some type of spirit. You feel it on the inside.
I think a lot of times people think that we just do appearances throughout the community that are just fun, but occasionally we do have appearances that are more serious. That always brings joy to me because I love to be able to bring happiness to a sad moment.
Each time I put this shirt on, I put this sleeve on, or I have my blinged out glasses and hat on, I'm out trying to bring smiles to everyone that have never seen us before. It's worth it. It's worth it. I love it. It's because my daytime job I feel like it's a job. This is not a job. I feel like this is the experience. This is great. We bring the joy. So when people come in and they leave, then they'll say, those guys over there, they were worth me paying for those tickets to sit right there.
We've really been blessed. The sacrifices that the guys have made between jobs and trying to do this is, I can't overstate it. These guys are special, man.
Being a Mavs ManiAAC, and then from my Mavs ManiAAC to my day job, or from my day job to being a Mavs ManiAAC, it's a struggle sometimes, but I do 2 or 3 different things, and I've been doing it for a long period of time, maybe over 16 years. I have a schedule. I'll get up in the morning, I'll check my emails. Once I check my emails, I do my invoices, have one phone that blinks, bling, when the email comes in from the ManiAACs and say, okay, well, we have this appearance or that appearance is coming. So I have to answer that while I'm doing my day job. And then say I'm available or I'm not available or whatnot. And then they may have something for me through the end of the day that I have to do ManiAAC. So I'll leave those 2 jobs, then go and become a ManiAAC job. So it hinders you on a daily basis, but I've been doing it so long, I feel like if I take one from the other, then I wouldn't be me.
I do have a full-time job. I'm a marketing consultant for about 3 different companies. My day consists of starting at 8 o'clock for these companies, doing social media, doing paid media, doing paid search, everything you can think of, TV, radio. I've kind of done it all in advertising and marketing. And so be able to do that from 8 to 5 for these 3 different companies that I consult for. And then coming here from about 6 to 11, 6 to 12, and doing what I love for the fans. Sprinkle in some community events during the day and during at night, and that's a typical Mavs life, or at least my life, I should say.
There he is, there he is. Oh, doing great. How we doing?
I'm doing good.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a good evening.
You too.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do that.
This Rob. Hey, I got some numbers. I can. I'm looking at Dos Rios right now, and it looked like we cut them 2 checks over the last 3 months. My day job is an accountant for the Dallas Cowboys, and I've been with the Cowboys for 16 years now. Every friend I have think I have the most phenomenal setup. Like, how is it that you work for the Cowboys and the Mavs? It's almost not fair, but I actually do a ton of real work. Like, it's not just jumping around trying to make people smile and dancing at 8 counts and things like that. No, it's debits and credits and checks and checking banks and et cetera, et cetera. No matter what I'm doing, you know, a little piece of what I do at night is gonna pop up because somebody's gonna text me or somebody have a question. Same thing takes place at night, whether somebody have a question about a payment or a vendor. And so it's 24 hours, honestly. It's nonstop. But like I said, they're literally the best jobs in the world.
You know, with our schedule, it does tend to become too much at times. But when I sit back and think of all the amazing things it's brought me, it all pays out at the end. I would do this again in an instant and not think twice.
When I started, I'm like, oh, it's just for this. Then I found out there's rehearsals 2 hours a week every week. And on performance week, there's maybe 2 rehearsals, 3 rehearsals, depending on the timeline. And I'm like, okay, I'm not getting paid for this. And games, we're not getting paid for that. And I'm like, you really have to love this to do it.
And we go to work in the daytime and somehow you almost feel like a superhero at night because you put on this costume and you become another person. You're not Rob Maiden anymore. Now you're Big Rob.
We know how big tomorrow is. Huge production. Yeah, we've been doing it a long time, so we understand the magnitude of the show and the fact that we get such a prime spot in a big-time game. Sold out, packed house. They need us to bring the energy like only we can. So let's at least hit it a few more times so we can keep the muscle memory going. I'm counting on you to practice, man.
Let's go!
Right.
Let's dance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Sometimes we'll have like a month to practice. Other times it's like you have a week, you know. And like for me, since I'm a new guy, usually on performance days, those are the most stressful days. And Big Rob is in a mindset, you know. This is our Super Bowl. This is our time. His demeanor is way different from the rest of us, you know, as the captain.
Rob is one of those guys that's gonna be like, okay, I need you to go hard again because I saw something and it's a little tweak. Let's get this, and we'll get it.
When we perform our routines, the organization most times have no idea what we're gonna do. They literally don't know what we're gonna do until we press play. They trust us on their biggest games, in some of the biggest moments of the game, to bring the energy up. everybody can get these fans going and smiling like we can. I'm proud of every last one of you for all the hard work. Let's go out here and most of all, have fun and enjoy one another, man. We got 1, 3. 1, 2, 3, boom! Look out! Manny's got the power! Woo!
Give it up for the fans! ManiAAC, presented by Evo Entertainment.
Fat boys are back, and you know they can never be whacked. The fat boys are back, Baby, tonight, DJ got us falling in love.
We'll get out there and set up. They'll hit us with the music, and for that minute and a half, the world is ours.
When I got into it, I had no idea there would be any type of pay or anything, and I just wanted to be a part of it. Then I became it and learned it, and there's nothing like 20,000 people screaming at you at once.
Why I love being a Mavs Maniac is because I get to come in this stadium and watch my favorite team perform on the court, and I get to perform on that same court that they perform on in front of these same wonderful fans. That's why it's so great to be a Mavs Maniac.
Trust me, trying to put together a dance, trying to put together the music that I feel like the typical Mavs season ticket holder will relate to, will gravitate to, will feel, it all gets to be stressful. But when it's all said and done, the smiles we bring to these people's faces in a 2-minute routine is something that I'll never forget. And I'll gladly work all these hours going through all the stress just to see that smile.
Every time we perform, the people are loving it. The Mavs are loving it. Everything I hear from Mark and the big bosses are, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, we love y'all, we appreciate y'all. The dancers, the other entertainment teams, the mascots, everybody, man, everybody love us and we love them. So that's what kept pulling me back in. So at some point it became making it 20 years. Like, can we do 20? And I don't want to get emotional here, but as we got closer, I said, oh, I go do it. Kendall started to get sick.
Whew.
Yeah, Kendall.
Kendall was one of the original Maniacs. 21 seasons ago. Kendall was also one of the captains with Big Rob. He did so much. He was Big Rob's Batman to your Robin.
So he started to get sick, and he told me, I don't know. I want to do it mentally, physically.
Him and Rob knew exactly where they wanted this team to go. So they put their best foot first to make sure we were excellent. I feel like we all stars because of Kendall.
So 2018 was his last All-Star, and he was in a wheelchair for some of it. So I knew we wouldn't make it, but my goal switched to what's the best way to honor him? We decided we're gonna roll up to the hospital he was in to do one last performance for him. We press play, we dance. As soon as we're done, he looks at each guy, go, you messed up. What are you doing in my choreography? You did, and man, it really gave us closure.
Kendall is the kind of guy that you do everything you can to live up to his choreography. And when you are done, you love to hear the fans, but you're more interested in how he felt and went.
Kendall may say, it's all right. And then turn around and tell Rob.
Kendall, man, there'll never be another. There'll never, ever, 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 ever be another.
I might be putting together the dances, but it's Kendall in heaven looking down at me for saying, no, Eric, that's not right. Do this, do that. So he's still the choreographer. I'm just the vessel that he's working through. we are a true family. We are brothers when it's all said and done. I've been a part of this team for 14 years, so it's impossible to think that we don't grow to be closer than just friends or closer than teammates. And when you sit down and think, I have 14 brothers who will be there for me when I need them, is priceless.
I would say the most beautiful part is our diversity. You know, we really represent all walks of life. And the beauty of that, it can't be overstated.
This group has saved my life when I was feeling super depressed or, anxious or whatever about what's going on. I was able to call and talk about that and talk through that with guys that knew my life, that knew me.
We all get depressed, we all get sad, and I know if I come to practice, that depression, that sadness is gonna go away because we're all about just having fun. They're gonna joke around, they're gonna do something that makes me laugh. It's gonna make me forget about why I was sad. And that's something that you only get from a brotherhood.
And that's been one of the most beautiful things ever, is the brotherhood that was created and the coming together to work as one, almost like the basketball team. You come together to work on this common goal. Now, our goal is not to win a game, but it's to win those smiles. The ManiAACs are the smile creators. When you come to a Mavs game, the goal has always been to make the Mavs feel they can live without us, and that's where we are. Like, they need us. They want us, they need us, and we're grateful for it, and we're gonna be here as long as they want us. Like I said earlier, a one-time joke has turned into 21 years of joy. We're not entertainers, we didn't train to be entertainers, but yet somehow we got here, and we're more than entertainers. We're community guys, we're dads, we're fathers, we're Mav fans, we're sports fans, we're also amazing people. This is bigger. Basketball is bigger than 8 counts, it's bigger than just big guys dancing. This is really life.
To the floor, to the couch, might wake the neighbors up. Break you in, then break you out. In the end, we gon' make the child. Then we gon' hit the shower. Part 2, we don't need no pause. You miss me, we gon' get tipsy, don't need a power shot.
Got my heart no.
Heart no, in the bed. Break you in, then. Yeah, this every day. Got my heart no. Heart no, in the bed. Break you in, then. Yeah, this every day.